Now, you're talking about spinners, and one of the great spinners ever to grace the game, as far as I'm concerned, is Abdul Qadir. And I've seen him bowl wonderfully well. Australia and Qadir, well, Australia's not quite your oldest enemy on the cricket field, but you've always had some good contests against them. And in Pakistan in 1982, you won a 3-match series, and you and Abdul Qadir had a bit of a hand in it.
Yes, Qadir was in peak form. He went back, he was brimming with confidence. And of course, I had been criticized a lot because I had insisted on his selection on the England tour. And a section of the press was just attacking me, even though I thought he was very successful in England. When he went back, people kept saying, look how few wickets he got in the test matches, and they really crucified him still. So when the Australian series started, there was a lot of pressure on him. And in the first test, he bowled badly in the first innings. And the press then said, is it worth playing him? And he was again roasted. In the second innings, he came back, got 5 wickets, won us the test, and he never looked back. He literally won us that series, especially the second test, single-handedly.
Now it's Imran to Alan Border, and absolutely plumb, providing the ball pitched between leg stump and leg stump. Rodney Marsh. Iqbal Sikandar is the sub-fielder there, and that's another wicket to Imran.
In the same position at gully. Imran to Ritchie.
Nothing could have been more plumb than that. Greg Ritchie gone LBW to Imran. Terry Alderman underlining that he's a great bowler, but not necessarily a great all-rounder. 8 wickets in the match for you, Imran. A win in all 3 test matches. The first innings wickets of Border, Marsh, Ritchie and Alderman for just 45 runs, and then 4 for 35 in the second innings. The series 3-0, and for Abdul Qadir, 22 wickets in the series. Now back to your performances. When you finished playing, you'd made over 3,000 runs and taken more than 300 wickets at test level. But it was in 1982 that you took your 200th wicket. At that stage, did you reckon you'd play long enough and do well enough to reach 3,300?
No, not at all, Richie. There were 2 reasons for it. One, that I never really looked that far ahead. In cricket, I thought I was 30 and I could finish any time. There was never any long-term planning in my mind about cricket. Never was, even when I was younger. And the other thing was that in Pakistan, we never played much cricket. I mean, our test cricket until until the end of 70s, I hardly played any test matches. I mean, I'd been playing for 9 years. And I mean, I played barely a handful of tests. The other thing was that the wickets were always prepared for spinners or to dull the opposition pace bowlers. So I remember playing matches when for 3 years, I reckon from 78 to 81, I was at my quickest. I opened the bowling with Iqbal Qasim, who was a spinner. And you know, I used to be given 5 overs and then that was it. I never got a look in because the wickets were tailor-made for spinners. And so, I mean, I never looked at records as such because, you know, I thought there's not much chance with... if I played for England, where you had 6 matches, 5 tests in England, 5 abroad, so 10 test matches a year, most of the time on useful wickets, maybe I would have looked at records. But at the time, I thought I wouldn't get that many wickets.